Booting up Star Citizen can honestly be daunting sometimes. It leads me to have periods where I don't play the game for even months, knowing the amount of time it'll take me to get from one planet to the next. Remember, I needed a gun from another area, and now I'm out of fuel and gotta find a player or a spaceport to fuel at, and now it's been 2 hours. These loops can be fun once you're in the game, but starting can be a problem. Arena Commander is here to save the day. I can boot the game up now and be in a gunfight or dogfight within minutes. I'm sorry, seconds. I legitimately think this is going to increase the average daily users once it's ironed out a bit more. Let's talk the good and the bad. But first, what is this update? Now, I'm not going to be reading all the freaking patch notes, that's way too much stuff and you won't care about all of it. Overall, it's a massive refresh to the already existing game modes. They've also added a ton of new maps, fixed the UI, added new rotating experimental game modes to keep things fresh. For instance, right now there's Gun Rush, and later there will be modes like Tank Royale or Mirror Mode. Getting into it is fast, and you don't need to load what felt like a whole different game just to play. All the maps got lighting and optimization passes as well. So why is this good? Why am I touting this as one of the most important Star Citizen updates ever? Well, I kinda spoiled it in the intro. This is gonna be massive for just getting people to even boot up the game. People who are fatigued by the long development or have tried every new in-game mission that's been added. People who just wanna have a quick gunfight and don't wanna play Call of Duty. I rarely practice dogfighting because, holy crap, people are good. This gives me a chance to practice in so many more environments that have no repercussions, or you can even practice with friends. In fact, while writing the script, I needed to check something in game, and it's so much fun that while I was in the menu, I booted into a cheeky little gun rush match before getting back to this video. That should say everything about this refresh. I think these game modes are crucial to keeping the player count up and letting people experience good gunplay and ship combat without having any real risks like they do in the persistent universe. Star Citizen gameplay is fun, but with how the PU works, you rarely get to try out the best parts of the game. This can also help to slowly transfer the casual audience into the game. Star Citizen is a whole different kind of game, and it makes you sort of unlearn and then relearn how to approach a digital experience like this. This initial difference in the flow of the game compared to most games can manifest as frustration for new players. I know it did for me. But some people, like myself, push through that frustration early on to be able to appreciate the game. A lot don't have that patience. This can lead them to rage quitting and hitting up forums saying why the game sucks. While Star Citizen isn't designed for everyone, easing players into the experience certainly could help with the potential conversion of that player into a player who enjoys the persistent universe. You might start with a friend in a round or two of gun rush or squad battles to get them used to FPS and flight mechanics. Then when getting into the PU, they aren't rushing to get to their ship and missing important mechanics about the game, but instead taking their time experiencing the verse and how big it really is, knowing those dogfights or FPS battles could be happening anywhere around the solar system. Because usually when I try to train new players, they want that experience right away and they rush to their ships, and this is how it goes. After that, do not press anything yet. I'm going to tell you the controls.
I'm going. We're moving.
Okay.
Oh no!
KG, don't do this to me. Just
Dude, look, I'm looking at my seat all the way over to that. Yo, wait, what's going on?
Of course, this only works if that Arena Commander experience is smooth and fun. So far, the UI is smooth, mostly. The gunplay and ship combat is fun, we know that. But holy smokes, does it need some cleaning up, from multiple CTDs to bugs forcing my character sideways to spawning stuck in the ground to massive amounts of desync, or your gun simply not firing unless you swap to your med pen first. This ain't the experience you want new players to have. I imagine this will all get cleaned up, but please do not try to show this to your new friends just yet. Please. They won't even make it to the PU. Granted, things have smoothed out a bit now that it's been a day, but it needs a 3.20.1 patching. That all said, it's the right direction for CIG in my opinion. I think this is just as an important step as having a proper tutorial in the game. With Star Citizen being such a unique experience, you need to still offer those traditional experiences that people are used to make them feel comfortable with a game so different like SC, rather than angry at it. If you disagree, throw a comment below. I always like to see people's opinions on everything I talk about. I'm doing weekly and sometimes even more videos on this channel, so subscribe to make sure you don't miss them. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the verse.